Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Black Gentleman's Culture Premium Cigar and Spirits channel. Today we're out front with the Camacho Limited Edition 2025. This is a 6x52 stick, and let me tell you, wow, this thing is not normal. First of all, the body of this is heavy earth with a sweet scent of cedar. The cold draw, you get pepper, a baker's spice or spices, and that earth. And off the foot, pure heavy earth. Again, like I said, this is a 6x52 stick. This is listed as a medium to full body, and so far I'm leaning towards full body. Now the wrapper on this is a Mexican San Andreas. The binder is Honduran, and the tobacco inside is aged Honduran and Dominican tobacco. That being said, I decided to pair this with my favorite bottled in bond bourbon, which is Early Times, and I'll let you know how it's going. Because right now, I'm telling you, this stick is going to be a whole lot different than a usual Camacho. That being said, I will see you after the first stir. Okay, folks, we're back after the first stir. And as you can see, the burn is trying to go to razor sharp, but it is that kiddie roller coaster, small dips. Now, let me tell you, this cigar is it's special. First of all, it got a spiciness to it that isn't overwhelming, with hints of a pepper. It's not strong enough yet for me to pull it out, but it is pepper in it. I don't know if it's white, red, or black. Now, far as the one thing I'm getting, it got that dark chocolate coming off of this, to the point where, yeah, you definitely going to want to have something to drink with it to break it up. Now, the best part about it, the smoothness of the smoke. As far as the smoke go, it's thick, it's creamy, and on the retro hell, it is completely smooth. Basically showing off that it does have aged tobacco in it. There is no burn in the retro hell whatsoever. It's actually quite pleasant, and if I would say, there's a slight small hint of vanilla. That being said, like I said, I paired it with some, had to spit out a little bit of tobacco here. I did pair this with some Early Times bottled in bond, which definitely brings out a soft, subtle, like I said, the earth isn't as heavy once you start smoking it, but that bourbon definitely brings it back, and this does complement the caramel and the sweetness of the bourbon. That being said, this is definitely living up to be a good cigar. Alright, I'll see you at the halfway point. Okay, everyone, I paired this, like I said, with the Early Times bottled in bond. Main reason why, even though this is a strong proof bourbon, with full body cigars or medium cigars, it tends to lessen its intensity and help enhance the cigar. And that being said, that's exactly what is happening. The caramel and the sweetness is helping offset the heavy spice and the little bit of pepper so far in the cigar. Now, the best part about it is They are complementing each other, and right now I would give it a 7.5. The main reason is this bourbon is definitely kicking back that spice. And that spice is prevalent on a cold draw and from the first draw of the cigar itself. So that being said, I do believe this cigar is ramping up because of the simple fact that there are other spices coming into play. Like I said, there is a soft, I can't identify the pepper yet, but it's there on the palate, and it seems to be ramping up as the cigar goes along. So I'll let you know how it's going after the halfway point, but I do believe this pairing right here will definitely be way better than the 7.5. Okay, everyone, we're back and we're at that halfway point, and there was a flavor profile change. But let me say this real quick. I say this all the time about cigars, and that's holding true with this. If you wanted to use this as a straw, you could. The draw on this is perfect. The flow of the air through this is perfect. I mean, it's just a perfectly and well constructed cigar. Now, that being said, now the flavor profile change is it's white pepper, and it has kicked in strong. It's all on the palate, and it lingers from one draw to the next. And like I said, this is going to be a good one. And it is. Now, there is another thing, the aromatics, meaning the smoke coming off of this cigar itself. That is mixed with leather. So you still getting the creaminess from the smoke on the palate, but now the aromatics is giving you leather. Now, as far as that dark chocolate, it is still there, but it's more of an undertone. And it's quite pleasant because it helps with the with the white pepper that's coming off on this. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'll get to the pairing. Had to move, a bee wanted to sting me. But that being said, let me get to the pairing video, and I'll let you know a little bit more in that video. All right, folks. Okay, folks, we're at an 8.5 so far. The reason why, these two go well together. I mean, there's nothing I could say about these two other than a great pairing. I'm giving this so far 8.5. Well, it's up from a 7.5 to 8.5. The main reason why, the cigar opened up and there's more flavors being delivered. And this bourbon, like I said, it's suppressing the stronger notes of the cigar so you can enjoy everything and taste everything. Now, let me tell you, the white pepper that's now coming off of this cigar is holding its own, but it's lingering on the palate. And the only time it really lets up is when you take a sip of the bourbon. Now, as far as the aromatics, like I said, you're getting leather now, and the caramel and the sweetness, just perfect. I mean, it is literally a perfect pairing going on right now. I'm not going to give it a 10, but it wants to get there. But the main reason I think it wants to get there is, one, Bottled and Bond Early Times is a very, very great bourbon. I'm not even going to say good. It's a great bourbon, and it's very inexpensive. But the aged tobacco with this, yeah, that's what's making it rise higher. It's like these two are just playing with the palate and the senses. And it's something that I would definitely recommend to people. The only thing is, it really wouldn't be considered a budget-friendly going because mainly of the new tariffs. But if the new tariffs weren't here, this would definitely be on that bowing on the budget. Because right now the cigar itself, it's ranging anywhere from $15 a stick up to $20. And of course, because of the tariffs, the bourbon is up a couple of bucks. I think like 3 or 4. At the most 5. Because I do remember, actually no. Let me get this correct. It's actually up $8. Because I used to be able to buy this for $20 a bottle. That being said, I will see y'all at the final third, and I'll let you know if anything changed. Okay, everyone, this is a 9. From the smoky wood flavor coming off of this cigar now, the fruitiness that's coming off of the cigar, which is being enhanced by the bourbon, and the sweetness and the caramel of the bourbon itself. These two are definitely a star. So if you're a Privada Club member, get down with these two. Now, the only thing I would change about this, I wouldn't have did it neat if I would have known. I would definitely put some ice in this to help, because unfortunately, like an idiot, I'm sitting outside and it's about 82, 85 degrees. So yeah, that's the only downfall, and that's on me. Now, other than that, this is something you will definitely enjoy and will love. These two are a rock star. So if you got Privada Club and if you got this cigar, which is the Camacho Limited Edition 2025, and this bourbon, put them together and just literally rock out. And here comes my neighbor. Yep, always when I'm recording. But that being said, that's why I like sitting out front, to let everybody see these are organic. This is not something that's paid for, other than me coming out of my pocket. But that being said, you can't go wrong with either or, and you won't go wrong pairing them together. All right, folks. We are down to the final third, and that kitty roller coaster is still going, as you can see. Folks, this cigar is a must-have. So if you got anywhere where you can find it in between $15 to $20, definitely pick up this cigar. You will not be disappointed. Now, if you got a little bit more money set aside and you can afford to, I would definitely recommend picking up a bottle of Early Times Bottled in Bond and enjoy these two together. These two will not disappoint you. Now, as far as the flavor profile, everything has remained the same, but they've just gotten stronger. The spiciness, the smoky wood, the sweetness, the smoothness through the retrohale, the white pepper, everything is just having a field day on my palate. So I'm telling you, would I recommend this? Yes. Will I recommend this to anyone? No. This is not something you want to give to a newbie. It'll fry them out. But to people who are into strong cigars and, well, medium to full body cigars, you will not be disappointed. That being said, y'all know what I like to say, and I'm going to say it again. If you got a lot of cigars, smoke them. If you got more than a lot of cigars, go ahead, share them, which I plan on doing. I got 10 of these, 9 now, but I'm going to give 2 out to a couple of my friends and see how they handle it. Now, like I always say, see you on the next cigar. Love y'all. Thank you for rocking with me. And my next cigar, it's going to be a real nice cigar. And it's going to come Sunday. Hopefully, it'll be a double victory for me. That being said, all right, folks, see you then.
to your heart. In a world of darkness, swear you can't be walking in the street lights, baby. Dark and lonely days, kinda like my dark and lonely days. Catch the train, now halfway through the journey. I pray for some mercy, every thought seems to hurt me. Lord help me please, I need relief. I'm lost in the world, can't travel alone. Then the bus pulls up to your home and right then I knew I'm not alone, baby.